Welcome back to Good Morning San Diego. Time now is 6:38. A new audit report into investigating SANDAG's tolling system on SR 125, State Route 125, has revealed the problems run much deeper than previously believed. Here to weigh in on this and the audit and the arrival of the Department of Justice, of all things, is SANDAG board member Terry Gaasterland. Boy, this is not a good way to start your month.
Well,
to
Paul,
know that the feds are looking into how you guys run the show.
Well, there's a lot going on with State Route 125 and the tolling system at SANDAG. The bottom line is that the entire tolling software system has issues in all directions. People are getting billed when they shouldn't be billed. People are getting billed and then having fees when they shouldn't have fees. And it goes on. And at the end of the day, it's about a $3 million loss in the last year.
So the money attracts, I mean, I guess it seems to me the best outcome of all this is to have the Fed say, hey, it's just incompetence. The worst scenario is that it be ruled nefarious or corruption, or maybe the worst scenario is both. But what is it?
Well, let's connect the dots. On Friday, the board met and listened to a report by the independent auditor. What she found, and what she found was exactly what I just told you. The system is broken, it's had software failures, it was incomplete, it was not even ready to launch when the bid was awarded to the company.
This is that ETAN system, the tolling technology.
ETAN, exactly.
So the software wasn't up to snuff. So who brought ETAN into the SANDAG universe? So
now you're getting into exactly the questions the board wanted answered. Who knew that this system was flawed when it launched on June 6, 2022? Who was responsible for it taking 15 months to learn about it? Who gave this contract to them in the very first place, and who deemed them qualified? And with ETAN...
Well, answer that question. Who is it?
We don't know.
Well, I mean, somebody had to say, hey, I want ETAN.
Well, we know who it wasn't. It wasn't our current interim executive director, Colleen Clementson. It wasn't our current chair, Nora Vargas. Thus, having Nora and Colleen there in place to really push this, it's in their best interest to really dig down and figure it out.
Well, the UT had the article, I believe Jeff McDonald's article talking about what's going on, and it made reference to senior management. Who qualifies as senior management currently? Well, I mean, they're all gone. Is this why Hassan Agrada head for the hills?
So the CEO left. He left in December.
And your chief financial, I can't pronounce it.
Andre D, we'll call him.
Yeah, Andre D. He's leaving in June?
He gave his letter of resignation, letter of retirement. So Colleen accepted it. He's not going to be there anymore.
So then who's left to point a finger at? I mean...
We're going to find out. I'm not going to point any fingers because I don't know.
Is this the same technology that we're using on other tollways around the way? Is this just the tip of the iceberg in your opinion?
So this is the interesting thing. The SR 125 toll system and the I-15 toll system are run by the same group. It's the same software as far as I understand it. Now, why was a company that didn't have a software system ready yet hired to install a critical software that was meant for taking in the toll revenues to pay off the bonds, to pay off the loans that were used to buy this road in the first place from the company that went bankrupt after they built it?
I guess the ugliest whole incident is, you're going to have to help me with her name, Werman, who's now suing SANDAG for wrongful termination. That's another log on this fire, because now it's looking like she's being vindicated by this report, is she not?
It's worth reading what she filed in court and really understanding what her complaints are. And from my own read of that filing, that's the public filing, they're consistent.
So then, I'll leave you with this question before I know you want to add something. Yeah. You've got, this is a billion-dollar industry, SANDAG. I mean, you guys are responsible for a lot of money. And now we have this on top of the wrongful termination. How do you regain... You know, you keep coming to the taxpayer saying, hey, trust us with us, we can handle this. But yeah. Can you? I mean, how do you regain our trust?
How do you regain credibility first? Yeah. Credibility before somebody can trust you. And that goes to what I wanted to add. We just learned in Del Mar that the contractor, so again, a contractor awarded a bid by SANDAG, doesn't have the permits to do the construction in the North County Transit District right-of-way, the railroad right-of-way, to do the Del Mar Bluff Stabilization Phase 5 that they're hired to do. Every day that they sit and don't do it, that's $13,000, is what the chief engineer told me. So what are they doing? The contractor is starting with the seawalls down on the Del Mar beach at the toe of the bluff, instead of starting with the soldier piles at the top. This risks ruining the beach, ruining the bluff, and blocking people's access to the beach for the next 3 years.
Well, that's another log on the fire then, as far as people not having any faith in SANDAG.
Yeah, I offer this as an example, and I know about this example because we're in Del Mar, and this makes me ask the question, what else is out there? What else?
Well, on that optimistic note, we'll call it a happy Monday, and we'll thank you for coming all the way in, okay?
Well, Paul, thank you for having me.